Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 18 of Yakuza Kiwami, and yeah, we've come to the part where Majima now intervenes and fights with punks. So, yeah, we're just in rank D, so be careful. A normal punk battle can actually be pretty tedious once Majima enters the fold. And not just any punk. It could be Breaker, it could be Thug, it could be Slugger, and it could be the Mad Dog of Majima. God forbid if he intervenes and uses Mad Dog if you haven't gotten your Kiwami 4 Dragon of Dojima yet. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that you're facing off against Majima, as well as facing off against Kano, is something you need to be careful of from rank down onward. And folks, rank C is no better. It's bad enough, like rank E is going to start showing up at convenience stores and also restaurants. Rank C is going to actually start showing up in games that you play once it's available past Chapter 8. He's going to show up in the batting cage, he's going to show up in the shogi game, he's going to show up everywhere. And it'll be slower and slower to level up Majima as opposed to just fighting him everywhere. And folks, we've managed to top off Majima Everywhere for now. Not yet, because we gotta go to rank C. But this is where we pick up from last time in part 16, where we ran into Kano, who for the most part ended up thinking that he picked up a prostitute, but in fact it was a Yakuza wife in disguise. And now he's being hassled for money. And originally in Yakuza Kiwami, Kano ends up dead if you don't actually help him out of his situations in time. Here, at least it's much more lenient. So, with that said, we're gonna have to bail his ass out. Which will bring us to... oh god, we have to face Yakuza. Yep, we're gonna have to face Yakuza. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Alright. Let's just be blunt. These guys are gonna be pushovers. And... oh. Being called Patriarch of the Dumbass Family? Yeah, I'm not gonna let that slide. Even if it is a wrong English translation, I don't care. I'm not gonna let that slide. I'm gonna beat every last one of them within a half inch of their lives. So, with that said, let's do that. Beat them within a half inch of their lives. Alright. Let's just get that guy out of the way. Oh shit. They're actually taking some shots on me. I'm being rusty here, and I haven't gotten the combo yet for, what was it? Brawler. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, the combo is, like, the experience. But it's alright. We've actually took out the trash here, but it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Because... no matter what kind of style you have, you can still beat these goons no problem. They're just that relatively easy. And it's come to the point that I've actually been through dealing with Majima and all of that, to the point where I've gotten a lot stronger. And goons will just go down really easily. And we had to bail Kano's ass out of a very terrible situation. And this is number 2 that we've did that for. Jesus Christ, Kano's an idiot. So, for our trouble, we got a steel knuckle. No, wait, no, Turner Maximum, that's right. Do we really need a Turner Maximum? No, we do not. So, on that note, Kano has learned nothing. And he will find the next bit of trouble that he'll get himself into. Speaking of, he's going to be in the area. Oh, wait. No, that's not what that is. This is a call about Majima becoming a zombie. That's the next promotion in Majima Everywhere. This is the rank C. So yeah, if you probably haven't noticed, the entire part is basically Majima going from rank D to rank C. Hopefully this bullshit does not happen again, me losing my part. And damn it, I don't have enough for the 777 amulet, but that's alright. I just got the card finder, and that will actually help me find any and all of the Mezuking cards, which would pretty much make me able to go through the rest of Mezuking's story. I only have 20 of them, and I need 10 left. But right now, this is Majima's rank C, Zombie Majima. Kinda surprised he doesn't do the thriller. But this is an homage to Yakuza Zombies. No, seriously, it is. Because Majima does get bit and turn into a zombie. And ironically, it is an homage to by far the worst game in the series. I mean, it is funny for all it's worth, but it's still the worst game in the series. I'm pretty sure that's a PlayStation Vita game, if I'm not mistaken, but again, it is the worst game in the series. Whatever the case, we have to deal with Nishida by pretending to be bit by a zombie. And the whole entirety of the Majima family is in on the shenanigans. So yeah, we'll have to play along with Majima's zombie bullshit and actually beat Zombie Majima. Good. 3 times, actually. So this is a straightforward fight. And Zombie Majima will also be using the thug fighting style, so there's no reason for you to be out of breaker. None. In fact, I should mention that this is actually one of many costumes Majima will appear in the middle of Majima Everywhere. That should be something to note. Officer Majima, Lori Majima, and Zombie Majima are all costumes that Kiryu will end up being approached by Majima in. So, with that said, we're gonna have to fight our way through the zombie apocalypse. Or should I say, zombie infestation. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and kill this zombie right here. Oh! Oh! Yeah, but Kiryu doesn't kill people. Other zombies fine. even though Kiryu just broke that dude's neck by punching him into a wall. Yeah, I literally stabbed someone. Right. There's supposed to be zombies. But this is round 2 with zombie horror. And zombies. But his fighting style is literally the same as if you would fight the original Majima. This is the costume. There's also one more costume, Silver Majima. And I don't remember that one. I will say this. Once you get Silver Majima, that's where the experience starts rolling. I think that is his strongest form. Oh, I remember what Silver Majima is. It's literally the 24-hour Cinderella costume that he was wearing when he does karaoke for 24 hours Cinderella. Yeah. For those who don't know about that song, I did not actually do that for the karaoke in Yakuza 0. And it is a song where Goro all of a sudden dons a silver rollerblade disco outfit after he oh, and this is probably the second time you face him. You gotta get through the crowd, but as I was saying, he donned a silver disco outfit while singing a song. I mean, it is a meme too, like Baka Mitai, but that meme is literally I don't remember the lyrics of the song. It's been so long since I played Zero. But it's actually a pretty funny ass thing to see Goro Majima and rollerblades. But that is what he tries to fight you in. Oh, and that's gonna come in handy real soon. Like, later soon. It's come to the point that we've gotten to... Let's go on ahead and get myself some healing first. With a... Why do I have toughness lights in my deck? In my healing inventory. I should have had stamina X or something. But I digress. It's getting to a point where it's going to start costing 50 experience points before it's technical. Yeah, it was technical first. I gotta actually increase soul and body eventually. And it'll come to the point where it'll be 50 experience points for those too. But again, Goro will appear in multiple outfits. And once he does, it is going to be a completion point. But I digress. Let's beat this zombie half to death in a fight. Come on, get up. There we go. Little zombie apocalypse. That's just insane. But yeah, zombie apocalypse and Yakuza. I think Kiryu was the only one that did not get bitten. Majima did, and he actually held the line until he died or something. But the thing is, Majima didn't even notice he was bitten until he looked at his like, oh shit, I got bitten. By the way, that is the new skill I just unlocked not too long ago. I literally just did like a flying body press. Alright. Let's just go on ahead and finish this. And we should put it in to Zombie Majima once and for all. I think that's the last one. Yep. And with that, we have reached rank C, but it's not over yet. Just because we reach rank C doesn't mean that it's going to stop. It's only going to stop when rank C's meter is full. That's when Majima Everywhere is going to stop. And this dude here, even though he looks like a zombie, he managed to get up. And he gets up unscathed, mind you. Mm-hmm. And he starts dancing. Weird shit in Kamurocho. I'm sorry, this is just some bullshit. This dude is doing the Mr. Libido dance. I mean, whoever motion captured that dance is just hilarious. Well, whatever the case. Majima Everywhere will continue, and if I would have actually gone to a photo booth, this dude will just photobomb me. No, seriously, he will. And I don't think the photo booth is available until like chapter 6, I think? Yeah. No, chapter 7. That's right, chapter 7, the photo booth is not available till then. But you have to wait until chapter 8 for him to actually photobomb you. Which he will. And since it is rank C, now it's going to be even more tougher than before. And now we've got a dragon heat gauge, which would increase. And oh, this guy right here. Kano, what are you doing this? Oh, wait, I remember what this one is. Godspeed Yoko. And I think I did hint in the original Yakuza that if you don't catch Godspeed Yoko and keep up with her, she will leave town permanently. Thing is, this was a guy who literally transitioned into a woman. I might as well just say got a sex change. And started wearing heels and realized it was faster to get away from his debt collectors, let alone the law, with high heels. How in the hell can you run faster in high heels than women? I don't even know. Again, weird shit in Kamurocho. But let's just get this over with. But as I said before, if you don't keep up with Godspeed Yoko in the original game, Godspeed Yoko will leave town on foot. These guys sneaking up on her ass. God damn. Honestly, there's a Sonic Green Hill Zone meme that could actually work with that, but I digress. But you have to follow her all the way to the empty parking lot.
Nani?
And of course, she's gonna get away yet again. I remember this lot so much. This is where we did our Punch-Out artist things. Alright, speaking of Punch-Out artists, Godspeed Yoko. In order to catch Godspeed Yoko, you gotta be lucky. If you land a hit on Godspeed Yoko, it's pretty much over with, but you have a minute to do so. So yeah, rush is going to be the only way. You gotta land a hit on Godspeed Yoko. But damn she's fast. I got lucky and landed a hit. Mind you, if you don't land a hit within a minute, she'll get away. Excuse me, sorry. I've been through the ringer with the work. But the shit that Yoko and Kano is putting me through is astronomically ridiculous. So, I'll be right back to where we go to the Champions District to face off against Yoko. Alright, we're here at, of course, we run into Majima, and we almost ran into a beating first. So, there's no reason to avoid Majima. The closer we are to getting the C rank, the better. And ironically enough, once we get to Chapter 8, he's only going to be available until you reach an S rank. And needless to say, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to take the time to do as many sub-stories as you possibly can throughout the chapters in order for you to rank that guy up to S. And be able to survive facing off against Majima ranked in an S. I'm not gonna lie to you. Once he reaches Mad Dog of Shimano, yeah, that's when things really start amping up. And then the final showdown with Majima. I'm not gonna lie, it's going to be a complete bloodbath. He ends up getting into this fight. So the whole gist of going through this is to get strong enough to actually stand a chance against the final area of the game. So I'm not gonna lie, while the final boss is easy and will require you to be a Dragon of Dojima anyway, it's only going to be harder if you haven't done Majima Everywhere. The boss before it will be ridiculous. Just absolute bullshit ridiculous. And you need all the abilities that you can get to survive. So, Godspeed Yoko is in the Champions District, and he's right, or she's right over here. I had to come to the Champions District, and I ended up running into Goro on the way here. Now, once again, you have a minute to defeat Godspeed Yoko. And Brawler is not gonna do it. Switch to Rush. That's the only thing. I said switch to Rush, damn it. That's the only thing that's fast enough to catch her. No, using Beast and hitting her with a couch is not gonna catch her. I'm telling you right now, she will avoid all that. But you have to take out all of her HP this time around. And I managed to land a couple of hits. Come on. Where are you going? Where are you going? I do have the ability to actually go behind her and sneak behind her to hit her, which would have made this a lot easier. But she keeps fucking dodging. I keep whipping. Oh wait, no, never mind. I got her. I got her. I almost had her right there. I gotta hit her up against some. There we go. There we go. Just that quick. I was about to say I could have hemmed her up against the air conditioner and finished her off, which I just did.
Oi.
So, with that said, we've now ran into the debt collectors that wanted Godspeed Yoko's head on a silver platter. So now we're going to have to beat these guys up after getting through a very hellacious fight with, not hellacious fight, but rather annoying fight with Godspeed Yoko. Good news is, at least she won't fight back. She's more like a punch-out artist. So, you're basically going to have to actually hit her. But here, these Yakuza, they're not that tough. In fact, they're only going to be tough if you haven't actually did anything with your abilities. And remember, you do have experience points, ladies and gentlemen. Put them to good use. Oh, I could get that neat action where you can kick an enemy into multiple enemies. But we've got this one done. And we've saved Yoko from losing her life to these Yakuza thugs. Well, she hasn't learned a goddamn thing. So you've collected Yoko's debt, and now she's gonna go borrow some more money just to try to have Kiryu to catch her again. Oh, hell no.
Oh.
Kano will definitely be the death of me. But at least we get 100,000 yen for our troubles. And not only that, now we get steel knuckles. Yay! Like we really need steel knuckles, but that's far between the point. Alright, now we get to the final mission with Kano, but before we do, we gotta help this guy. He's getting roughed up right here. And again, I'm trying to find the guy who's named Sega. I have no luck, but at the exact same time, you could see how much strength I've gotten over the past couple of parts. And we got a gold plate to sell. And there's Kano, the last Yakuza apprentice sub-story. And what is this idiot going to do? I don't know, but like I said, he may be the death of me if I'm not careful. So, what does this cleft chin idiot has? I don't know, but I do know this. That phone call is pretty damn ominous. And if you don't follow Kano in the original game to the destination he runs off to, he's a dead man. And it would be your fault.
Oh.
So, we ran into Kano, who just found out what the mission was. Hit by the Yakuza. And unfortunately, Kano has never killed anyone in his life. Neither did Kiryu, but I digress. Nope, no siree. Kiryu has not killed anyone in his entire life. Nope. So, we'll have to bail this idiot out. Come to find out that, yes, he really will be the death of you. Because as it turns out, the hidden question is on you! Because this guy literally lured you into a Tojo ambush. Oh. God damn it, Kano. Well, let's put the screws to this guy. And I'm sorry if you hear any rattlings. That's me trying to get comfortable because my leg is giving me all sorts of problems. I mean, come on. I fell off my bike. Got into an accident several years ago. Well, I fell off my bike a month ago. Got into an accident several years ago. And all of it happened to involve my leg. Or whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just put the screws in these guys. Because they want to put a bounty on my head or let alone have me to be killed. I am literally the leader of the dumbass family in this thing, considering Kano just lured me into a goddamn trap. Yeah, you can tell that Dragon Dogma is getting more and more powerful, but at the same vein, it's still a little bit slow. But don't worry, it'll get a lot faster once we get more of Majima Everywhere done. And unfortunately, these guys realize that they've messed with the wrong person. So, let the guy off easy. He's an idiot. He didn't know. No, seriously. Kano is an idiot. But he will give you something in return for going through all the trouble with him. So, he just literally just resigned to death. You could check, you can answer, we'll make it look like a suicide, but just go, I don't need your life.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go for, you will beg for death and probably beat him up, but nah. Just go for, I don't need your life. So basically speaking, he's going to get out of the Yakuza game after almost getting his friend betrayed. And we get a masterwork dagger as an end result. Pretty decent dagger to say the least. Not as durable as, I think it's more durable than another dagger. But you're going to have to buy a repair kit. And that's the only way to fix it, but nonetheless, at least he doesn't have to worry about Tokyo Bay. Moreover, he doesn't have to worry about Kano ever again. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Yakuza Kiwami as we continue on with more of Kiryu's Hood Chronicles. And hell, we may even start Chapter 4 properly. This is RFman 985. Peace out and take care.